All right, in today's video, I'm going to walk you through which campaign type I think is the best in Google Ads, specifically for service-based businesses. This is not for e-commerce, so if you're selling products online, this is not for you. These recommendations are for businesses specifically in the skilled trades, so think HVAC, plumbing, landscaping, pool installation, businesses like that that work off of calls and email inquiries, not selling products online. To start it off, the old reliable search campaigns. This is essentially when someone types in a keyword on Google, your ad can pop up below it, and the customer can then click on your ad and be directed to your website, and hopefully they turn into a potential lead or customer. That is a search campaign. It's very simple. I'll show you an example of it. As you can see here, Google Ads. You could fill in the blank here: landscapers, HVAC, plumbing near me. Any keyword that you think it should be targeted can go here, and then your ad will pop up here, and hopefully the customer likes the ad and they'll click on it. That's essentially as simple as it gets. They've been with Google Ads since the very beginning, back when Google Ads first started, and they've been absolutely phenomenal since then. Search ads are my absolute favorite. They take a lot of time to set up properly, but once you actually get it formed correctly and you start looking at the results, chances are your campaign is going to perform pretty well. But it does, that being said, it does take quite a bit to set up properly. And if you're using a remarketing campaign, which I love to do, and I highly recommend using one in conjunction with your general search campaign, it's phenomenal. It can provide absolutely fantastic results, generate you consistent leads month over month over month, and maintain high quality. And businesses generally love them. They're not super complicated, and yeah, they're my number one overall when it comes to campaign types. The next one is call only, which I consider its own campaign, and it really is. It's different than all the other campaigns. It's different than search, and it really fits out on its own. So essentially, what call only is targeting specific keywords, much like search, and it is inside a search campaign. But the ads themselves are very different. They allow you to click on it and directly call the business. There's no landing page. There's no website needed. You do have to provide one, but the landing page or website really doesn't have to be that good because your customers aren't going to see it. They're only going to see your ad. They're going to click to call, and that's the end of the story. They're very simple. They're very easy to use. I have a tutorial on it on this YouTube page. It's very, very simple, and it's great for business owners who don't have a lot of money or a large budget to initially spend and get some calls in. Great job. It does a great job for bringing in leads right off the bat. The one issue I do find with call only ads is sometimes they aren't the highest quality leads. This is because people can accidentally click on them, or people can type in other keywords. So, say they type in pool installation company. These people might be looking for a job. They might be looking for things other than actually purchasing your product. So, getting the keywords down into a very high buying intent funnel and selecting them correctly is going to be a tough thing to do, and it's very important for this campaign to succeed. That's really the only con to this one. They are very useful, they are very simple to set up, and they are one of my favorite campaigns to use. The next one is remarketing, which can be applied to every single campaign here. I thought I would just put it under search because it's commonly used there. Remarketing essentially allows people to target, or sorry, advertisers to target individuals who have already been to your landing page or some type of ad and then market to them again through another channel or the same channel, depends. And it can work phenomenally, especially if you use it in collaboration with, say, a display campaign. Someone clicks on your ad, they see it, and then later on they're typing in search, and then your ad pops up again because you're remarketing to them. It can work absolutely wonderfully. That being said, remarketing may be a little bit of a pain to set up depending on how complex your overall account structure is. So it is a very good thing to use, and we have seen some amazing results from it. The next thing is display campaigns. Display campaigns are iffy at best. Sometimes they work well, sometimes they don't. And you really need to know what you're doing in order to optimize them properly. If you don't, you can waste a lot of money really, really quickly. Um, Display campaigns, I'll show you an example. Everyone has essentially just seen a banner ad on the side of a page somewhere. This is a display ad. And essentially, every time someone clicks on it, you pay a certain percentage to Google, or you pay per click to Google, and and then they're led to your website or landing page. That's essentially how display ads work. They're very simple, and they can work well if you're using a remarketing campaign or you're able to optimize the display campaign. But it's not my favorite just because the results generally are subpar when you compare that to a search campaign or a call only campaign. Video campaigns, And I'll give you the example of YouTube. There are some other sources that videos will pop up under Google's search network, but YouTube is the most commonly known one. And essentially, it's that 15-second ad, 5-second ad on YouTube before a video, after a video, or in the middle of a video that everyone absolutely loves. Um, these can be very effective when you know your target audience and you have a high quality video. If you don't have a high quality video, you're going to waste a lot of money. If you don't know who your target audience is, you're going to waste a lot of money. So they're not my favorite, especially for companies that a lot of companies will say, yeah, let's do this video campaign, but their video isn't good or they don't know who they're targeting and they just end up wasting a lot of money. So video campaigns, yes, they can be effective, but they're not my favorite. You really need to know what you're doing with them. If you're using a remarketing campaign in conjunction with a video campaign, that will work absolutely phenomenal if you're able to pull it off. But that being said, if you're able to pull it off, which most people aren't. So yeah, video campaigns, it's generally a double-edged sword because you can waste a lot of money really quickly, but you can also see a lot of results very quickly. The next thing is shopping campaigns. Shopping campaigns really aren't applicable to service-based businesses just because they're not selling any physical product most of the time. A shopping ad pops up right below the Google Ads search bar. And essentially, if you type in a specific product, like running shoes or something like that, it pops up here. And as you can see, sponsored, all these people are paying for their brands or products to be here. And they can be good if you're on an e-commerce site, but this is service-based businesses, so that really is not relevant whatsoever. I've seen some companies trying to pull off shopping ads through that. They generally don't work well. I would just avoid them for service-based businesses. App campaigns, this is if you have a mobile app, it pops up below Google search bar, much like the shopping ad. And if you were trying to sell an app, you could definitely use it. If you're not, I don't see any real relevance to service-based businesses using this type of app. The next two are really automated automated campaigns, which one is local and one is smart. And Google's essentially going to get rid of the local at one point, or at some point in the future, I should say, and probably just combine the two. But essentially, what both of them are smart campaigns that just spray and pray method that Google really likes, and hopefully something works. So it'll run search campaigns, display campaigns, video campaigns, all of this stuff, and just hope it gets leads in. Can it be effective for first-time advertisers? Absolutely, but is it the most effective method? No, it's generally for people who don't know what they're doing. Can you make some money off of it? Yeah. Will you make the most amount? No. So I generally stay away from them. There's not really, if you know what you're doing, chances are you shouldn't be using these campaigns, and I would recommend staying away from them. So my recommendation overall for what the best campaign type would be: number one, a search campaign. Number two, call only, and then throwing in remarketing with the search campaign, maybe a display or video campaign with that as well, just to get the remarketing into play. That would be absolutely phenomenal. So that's my recommendations overall. Search campaign is number one. It has yet to falter in over 20 years of Google. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's amazing at bringing in high quality leads again and again. Call only ads, yes, they're super valuable as well, but they do have the issue of not always bringing in the highest quality leads, and you really need to target your keywords down to make sure it's going to properly convert into proper leads that you want. That's my recommendations. Hopefully, it answers the question which is the best campaign type in Google Ads. My opinion is the search campaign is the best campaign type. I really haven't seen any justification for why it isn't the best campaign type out of all of these. If you have any comments, concerns, or questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. I'd be happy to answer them. Other than that, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Take care and see ya.